Hello, everyone. Check. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Validation Boy live stream January 16th, 2017. It might just be a chat heavy show tonight, guys. Let's see. I got 5 people watching right now. Everybody's over at Cathexis' show. Take a sip from my sponsor's product. Oh, yeah, y'all didn't know I'm sponsored by Coca-Cola. Wow. All right. As per tradition, let's go to the live stream chat and let's see who our first 5 entrants are. Coming in at number 1, Flat Earth Vancouver, BC. Coming in at number 2, going straight up the ranks, Nathan Oakley, 1980. Coming in at number 3, JS Mario. I don't know if JS Mario is really just Vancouver. Maybe it's Tim Osmond, I don't know. Coming in at number 4, Earth Sweetheart. Oh, yeah. Coming in at number 5, Muscle Car Rock Lover. You said 6, but you're in at number 5. And then at number 6, Lori Gale. Man, it's nice to see all you guys here with me again, despite what happened on my last show. Whew. Let me check something. Let me see something. Really hoping this show is not showing the link. I don't think it is. It never did before. Angel Raven 444 says he's in at number 444. Let's see what's going on in this chat. We got Flat Earth Vancouver saying he was in first, and then asking me if I'm still gonna make hit pieces or what. Yeah, I probably am still gonna end up making some hit pieces. It's just they might be going in some different directions than they're normally going. But I don't really have too much bad to say to anybody. Not even the people I consider my worst enemies right now. And really, I only have one enemy, really, technically. I don't even consider the guy an enemy. Jazz Sinclair. Seems to be a lot of talk of Jazz Sinclair. I never watched any of Jazz Sinclair's videos. Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe JS Mario is Jazz Sinclair Mario. Maybe that's a fake account. I don't know. Vancouver says he's got him in his crosshairs and he's had him there for 6 months. Nathan says, I bet he's wetting himself, Glenn. Vancouver says, had you a little paranoid a time or two, Nathan. Maybe, maybe not. Earth Sweetheart says, "Hey y'all." Flat Earth says to Nathan, "You make good vids, but you're a horrible actor." Nathan admit that he went to acting school. But it's not even a big deal to him. Whew. There's a lot of directions I could take this show, guys. Had some plumbing issues here in the house today. Kind of depressing. Kind of got me down a little bit. Vlad the Globe Impaler's in the house. Said, "Damn, I almost missed it." You didn't miss it. I started at 8:30. Look at me. I've already got 25 viewers in here. I wonder where all you viewers are coming from. Well, let's get down to business. First thing I got to do, I made a promise to an old buddy on Skype that I would issue a public apology. And now that I have the platform all to myself, I will issue that apology. Victoria Sarton's in house. And I will issue that apology right now. I made a mistake several podcasts back, and I went off on cathexis, saying a whole bunch of trash, talking a whole bunch of shit to him. I gave him the middle finger. I said, "Fuck you." I said all kind of shit that I really don't want to repeat right now. I was half joking anyways. It was really just coming from frustration. I had thought that he waited for me to go live and then tried to bump me, cut me off, and go on before me. And I was wrong. Apparently, he does his show every Monday around the same time. And I got to be a man and stand up to my word and say, "Cathexis, I apologize for all the shit that I was saying about you. So please accept my apology, brother." Maybe I was feeling a little jealous. Maybe I was feeling a little insecure. We got Russell Sclafani in the house. We got P. Mars in the house. We got Victoria Sarton. We got Fitzpatrick Fitzsimmons. Oh, man. I love to see you guys all up in my chat, taking headshots at each other. You guys are ruthless. Nathan has quite a bit to say about Vlad. Nathan, I don't think Vlad intentionally showed the link on the air. If you listen back, watch back, he clearly says, like, "Hey, I'm really new to this. I don't know what I'm doing." And, obviously I'm very new to this. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't think that screen sharing could give people the opportunity to show whole windows. I thought whatever was on their screen just came up on the screen, but it shows tabs. When you screen share, it can show tabs. And I believe that's how I was sniped, as little Timmy likes to call it. I guess everyone likes to call it sniped. I mean, what does sniped even mean? Does it have something to do with a sniper? I don't know. I got sniped on my show with Vlad, with Tim Osman. As far as I know, Tim didn't know all the trash I was talking about him earlier on in the show and was only sniping because I had made a video. That being said, the video he was sniping me over, okay, the video he was so mad about that he had to come break into my show like a coward and kick me off, okay, was all it said, all it showed was Jed Skeptic Media asking Timmy, 2.44% more likely, Osmond, if he listens to Validation Boy. And as you guys know, all 24 people that are in the room right now, as you all know, Tim Osmond constitutes about half of the accounts that are usually in my chat in any live stream. We know that he watches every single live stream all the way through, usually. And we know that he watches my channel. He's commented on practically, well, on more than half of my videos. And Jed asked him if he watches Validation Boy. And little Timmy had to straight up lie because of his pride, his insecurity, and because of the fact that he doesn't want to admit that I'm 10 times better at doing what he does than him. He likes to consider himself king of the trolls. We all know for a fact that the biggest, baddest troll who has ever existed in Flat Earth is yours truly, Validation Boy. Okay. I'm the one that makes the big hit pieces. I'm the one that makes the best hit pieces. I'm the one that makes the most hit pieces. Okay. I'm by far the best. And I've since graduated from just trolling to making hit pieces. And now, as the host of Validation Boy live stream, I've transcended the role and I am now the administrator of the trolling. Okay. I hold that position. I have that authority. I have that power. Little Timmy is very jealous of that. He's jealous of the fact that I'm much more intelligent, obviously much better looking. That's why he can't show his face, and much more concise. So what does he have to do? He has to use cheat codes at life to get into places and boot people off because he can't actually win a debate with me or a contest with me. He could never defeat me verbally. So what does he do? Comes in, cheat code at life, you know. That's all he is. He's just a cheat code hacker because he can't actually do anything legitimately or honestly. That's why he uses cheat codes, you know, like in gaming, you know, like the losers who can't beat the game, they resort to the cheat code. That's what he does. And that's what it seems that's what his life is. He can't hack it. He seems to be very insecure. He seems to want to bully less confident guys into being his friends. And those guys seem to want to pay homage to him as if he's ever said anything creative, original, or legitimate, which we all know for a fact that he hasn't. There's a lot I could say about Timmy, and a lot might more come out over the course of this show. But for right now, I think it's time to uphold my tradition. Please join me in the partakings. The camera is off, but the sound is still with you. Now, this is my first indulgence of the day. Feeling a whole lot happier already. Oh, man. I've heard a lot of talk about sophism lately. Feel like maybe I should look up sophism. Hmm. 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 Maybe I should look up sophism. Maybe I should read the definition out in the air. Hmm. Hmm. Victoria Sarton says, I fear Timmy has no life. He really doesn't. Oh, shit. Conspiracy Mystic is in the house. Glad to have you here. Nathan Oakley says, dream on, VB. I don't know what he's talking about. P. Mars says, you're the best, VB. I hope you mean that. Victoria Sarton says, trolling is so last year. Well, see, what Timmy does is not trolling. It's beyond trolling. It's cheat codes. You know, he can't actually successfully troll anything because all he does is he just gets shot down and put in his place by, I mean, pretty much anyone can put that guy in his place. You know, all he does is use NASA to like back up his lame arguments, you know, NASA and science books. And all he does is ad hominem attacks on people and then run around saying, all you guys do is do ad hominem attacks on me. When I could sit here and make like a 20-minute video of him being a fucking hypocrite if I wanted to. In fact, I almost did last night, but I would have had to use too much of Jed Skeptic Media stuff. And I don't think Jed would like that since Jed and him are like best friends now. And, you know, I have nothing against Jed to this day. I'm not ever going to attack Jed unless he just blatantly attacks me to my, you know, using my name. He's got one of my videos up on his channel. I got a little bit of his stuff on my channel. You know, it's okay. I still like Jed. He seems to be really angry lately. And he seems to really want to impress Tim Osman for some reason. Conspiracy Mystic says, don't talk about Timmy. Why be like the trash that goes on and on about what they hate? You've had great topics of late. Stick to it, VB. Well, today I watched a little bit of Antonio Subarat's video, Flat Earth Banditos, and he had Jibby Jedi on there. And Jibby Jedi was a co-panelist of mine on a couple different shows. And Jibby Jedi is a pretty nice guy. And I like the way he talks. I like the way he sounds. I like the way he thinks. Richard Clark is in the house. Vlad the Globe Impaler seems to be getting sucked into Nathan Oakley's trap of apparent indifference. But Vlad, Nathan does care. He wants you to keep talking about it. Don't even give him the pleasure, bro. My girlfriend is confused by... Oh, here we go. Tim Osman has joined us. He says, hello, my name is Tim Osman. Please like, subscribe, and pay me money. I debunk silly flat earth sophism charlatans. Thanks. I remember Tim Osman making a video dogging out Dan Pratt for asking for money. So I don't know if I should take it seriously when Timmy's asking people for money. Is he serious? Or is he just trying to keep making fun of people who ask for money? Just don't know. Can't take anything he says seriously. Don't know what to think of him. You know? Nathan Oakley loves Tim Osman. It says here. It says it's his mate. Tim Osman says all comments stay. Yeah, what do you mean all comments stay? Oh, he must be talking about his own channel. Well, in Validation Boy live stream, there's no moderators in the chat. So anyone can say anything they want. Earth Sweetheart says Jibby is nice. Fuck that. See, I don't know. Certain people have been cool with me. Certain people haven't been cool with me. You know. Richard Clark says, if it isn't gay Timmy, sniff, sniff, you need your diaper changed? Oh, man. Tim Osman. I was thinking about maybe playing a little bit of Tim Osman and Mark Sargent's conversation and giving my review on it. I don't even know if it might even be a crime to record someone without them knowing it. And then not only that, but then put it up on YouTube. That might be a major federal crime. Like, he might get in a lot of trouble with the law for doing something like that. I don't know. Man, everyone seems to be a dumb fuck. Everyone seems to need money for new vacuums. Victoria Sarton says last person she'd give cash to is Tim. Anyways, so Tim Osman, invaded my last show over a video. Oh, I already talked about that, but I'll say it again. Over a video of me calling him out for saying he doesn't listen to Validation Boy. And he's here right now listening to Validation Boy. And he always is listening to Validation Boy. Pretty much hanging on every word I say. And I guess that made him so mad that he had to come busting on the show. And then when he did get on the show, he had this really nervous quiver. And all that proves is everything I was saying before. How Tim Osman looks up to me and wishes he had the mental prowess and the creativity that I have. Just busting in on a show doesn't even make you a troll or a good troll or even a troll at all. It just makes you someone who uses cheat codes at life because you can't achieve anything the right way. And it shows what a big baby and what a big coward someone is when they have to use cheat codes at life. Okay. And there's also, I'm not going to go there. Let's just say 2.44% more likely. All right. We'll see how tonight goes. I'm taking it super, super extra fucking easy tonight, guys. Whew. The tradition continues. I'm right here with you. The camera might be off, but I am still here. There seems to be a whole lot of anger in the flat earth scene on YouTube right now. A lot of anger. What's everybody so angry about? Well, there's a couple guys out there who've been bringing up long debunked, NASA provided, Jesuit provided schoolbook nonsense and acting like it's new information and that it's never been debunked by Flat Earth. And they're acting like the shit matters. And saying that people are sophists if they don't believe the Jesuit programming. You know. And those guys would like to think that they're the ones stirring everybody up. But only one of them has really stirred anything up. And he's done it by using cheat codes at life. His life is one big cheat code because he's a fucking, excuse you, coward. And I guess it runs in the family. I guess it runs in the guy's family, but whatever. And there's also a lot of anger in the Flat Earth YouTube scene because of some of the stuff, some of the people who thought were friendly to each other have been saying that goes against what they've been saying before. Cyanide 2020 says, VBD, you chat with people. I play guitar. You play guitar. Just saying. I wouldn't do that. Plus, if I don't know who you are, I'm definitely not getting on with you. Plus, there's only like 3 females I'm even willing to speak to in all of YouTube. Maybe 2. Lori Gale's one of them. Victoria Sarton seems pretty cool. If she would ever come on the air, I'd probably have her. I'd probably have Earth Sweetheart. She's super cool. A lot of you guys don't agree with that, I know. But there's very few classy ladies on YouTube to begin with. You guys, this chat is going fucking nuts. Big L, whoever that is, says, I agree, VB. Lots of animosity and ego. That's hurting Flat Earth a lot. But is it? Flat Earth has stagnated. Okay? There's people out there saying that it's just growing. I mean, I don't think it is. I don't think it's growing that much. I think it's getting a bit ingrown. If you know what I'm saying. Man. Cyanide 2020 says, I'm a dude, bro. LOL. Yeah, that's cool. No, but I mean, either way, though, I'll have to maybe check out your channel, see what's going on. Richard Clark makes a good point here. Says, Nathan, at least you know how to banter without getting all pissy. That's true. It's funny. Man. Nathan Oakley says, I'm cool, Richard. I hear you have a shit life, mate. Ooh, the burns, man. Damn. If it wasn't for Nathan Oakley's Mr. Happy News Reporter presentation that he gives, he could, and all he did was focus on the hate that he has in his heart, he could be troll of the fucking, year for Flat Earth. He came strong in 2016. 2015, he wasn't trolling as hard. 2016, he really laid the smackdown. 2017, he's seeming to double down on the level of smack that he's willing to lay. And it's vicious, it's vicious shit. It's better than a lot of my shit that I've done, just as far as like in chat trolling, because I've never gotten away with much in chat trolling because I always get the hammer. I always get the fucking wrench. I always get kicked out. But, that's half the reason I started this show, so that nobody could get kicked out of a fucking chat and we could all say nasty shit to each other, because nobody loves happy flat earth. Okay? There's people that say they do, but everybody wants the drama. Tim Osmond says there are more people watching The Silence on Martin's channel. LOL. That's probably true. I only have 23 viewers. I'm not a big time guy, You should relate though, Tim. I mean, what, you have a channel that has what, like 50 subs on it? Maybe if you had some solid videos, more people would subscribe to you, Timmy. I know you'd say, it's not about that. It's the truth. I'm here to get bitches. I mean, tell the truth. I know it's what you'd say. But it's not a big channel, but I think you want subs, Timmy. I think you should go the route that I'm going. Maybe you should appeal to more people, and then you could have like 500-600 subs like I do. I'm at like 6 something. I don't even know how. I don't even know how there's that many people out there that are subscribed to my channel. It blows my mind. I would assume my channel will be small and shitty and pathetic like yours, with your 50 subs, but it's not, surprisingly. And all I'm doing is just putting out videos, really good commentary that people like and people want to re-listen to, I think you could do it too. No, I don't think you could do it, Tim. You're not that interesting. Russell Sclafani says I have 3 subs. That's good, right? You're headed in the right direction. As long as they're not unsubbing you. I've probably had 750 subs lifetime, but I've lost so many. I've lost so many, for making hit pieces and stuff, and then people come back anyways and stuff like that. Tim Osmond said, if I wanted subs, I wouldn't delete my accounts at 200. And then he comes with an ad hominem attack, which he specializes in, and calls me keep it vagination boy. I don't know, man. I don't even really want to beef with Tim Osmond. I really don't even want to. So I think I should just end it now. I don't have nothing really all that bad to say, I think I've said it all. I think with Tim, I was just getting frustrated because, like, he seems like on the outside, it looks like he's somehow found a way to manipulate certain people into being like starstruck with him. And I'm not really understanding how that's possible. I know it's not off content. I don't know. It's all so confusing to me. I know that when Tim did raid my show, he had that quiver in his voice. He was very, very amped up. He was very nervous. He must have felt a little guilty. He must have felt embarrassed for himself, the fact that he had to come on like the god of the trolls super mega show, the administrator of all trolls, and cut it off and like half-ass troll the show. Kind of a big fail, But that's kind of like satisfaction enough. It kind of reiterates the point that I'm the king of the trolls, and that he's not, and that I'm better than him, and that I can make music, and I can make thrash music, and I can play bass, and I can play guitar, and I can play drums, and I can sing, and I can play acoustic guitar, and I can make badass narration pieces, and I can have them mirrored and copied by all kinds of people, and he can't. And that's also enough of a win for me. So I don't think I need to beef with Timmy anymore. He was starting to grow on me at one point, I'll admit it. And then seemingly out of nowhere, I hit him with that piece calling him out for not listening to my shows, which is, oh God, oh no, Tim, how fucking embarrassing, bro. You listen to Validation Boy? Oh God, you know. Sorry, Tim, but this is the fucking place to be, bro. Everybody knows it. Only the fucking cool kids are up in here. So don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed that you discovered the fucking gem of the Flat Earth YouTube community, the dark fucking onyx of the Flat Earth community. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. You know? Everybody knew you lied. Jed knew you lied. I'm surprised Jed didn't call you out himself for blatantly lying, because you and Jed have had extensive conversations in my chats. Okay? I know you're going to say, I'm not watching your chat. You know, you're going to say, I'm in 100 chats. Don't flatter yourself. I'm going to go get some bitches. But we all know the truth. Oh, God. And how much are you paying for them bitches anyways, out of pocket? Just curious. Lee Harvey Hitler says bong hits for everyone. Oh, God. Is this what it's come to, guys? Has it come to me just doing bong hits? Honestly, though. Honestly. I did kind of hit Timmy out of nowhere with an attack, a blindside attack. The way he reacted to it was way fucking overreacted and exposed a lot about him as a person. A lot of projection there. But for the most part, I think I'd like to call it a draw. And consider yourself lucky, Timmy. Because everyone knows I got the big W. But I don't think that you're a loser. You call people losers, and then you complain about ad hominem attacks being used against you when you scream, "You fucking losers," you know, at people. And I'm not going to use an ad hominem attack on you. And I'm not going to make you hold that L, that big L right in front of your fucking face. I'm not going to do that to you. So let's just consider this a draw. And, you know, we don't have to be friends, but I'm willing to stop talking about you. So I think I'm just going to stop. Now let's move on to Dell. Now, let's talk about Dell. Dell. Wait a second. Wait a second. Russell Stefani says, VB, you tried those Flavor X pens yet? Mm-mm. Have not. Fake plane. Eno PCAF. If you guys take a look, Eno PCAF right there, that's fake plane, and it's spelled backwards. Don't get it twisted. And fake plane is in the house. And thank you very much for joining us, my friend. Putting out some good videos with black orbs surrounding airplanes. Check out his channel. He's got some scary, scary footage on his channel. It's awesome. Nathan Oakley wants to, I'm not going to say it on the air. Flat Earth Vancouver says, I worked all day. I wonder how the weather is up there in Vancouver right now. It's January here in Orlando, Florida. Today I was wearing a t-shirt and it hit 89 degrees at one point. So how's the weather up there? How's your winter weather up in Vancouver? if you can't answer me in the chat. There's a lot of talk about vagina in the chat tonight. And it's Earth Sweetheart, Conspiracy Mystic, and Victoria, I think, and Nathan. And man, you guys are just base tonight. Base is in low. Wow. We could talk about Dell. Yeah, hold on. Wow, somebody said that they're in heat. Nathan said Dell is one of the good guys. Okay. Nathan said imaginary curve. Is there another Dell? Well, there is another Dell, Del Croy. But that has nothing to do with the Dell that we're talking about, that I want to talk about now. Okay. Some of you might know this. Some of you might know the story. I used to watch Dell. I'm gonna tell the fucking story again. You guys seem to like it when I tell stories. So I was watching Dell for the longest time. I started watching Jed. I started noticing that Jed and Dell had their beef. I didn't really jump in. I thought Jed made a decent inquiry about a certain issue concerning Dell. I felt Dell never gave a satisfactory answer. I really chummed up with Jed. One day I went into Dell's show, had a great little chat with him, tried to convince him of some things. He fought back. It was all respectful. I felt as though he had a tough air about him, that he didn't really like me, which is totally fair because there's people, that I fucking don't like when I see them. I went back on his show a couple hours later, asked him about that thing again. He got extra defensive. Shit escalated. I made a video about him. He responded in video, back and forth a little bit. Kind of left each other alone. And the other day I watched one of his chats. Couldn't help myself. Turn-coded on all the hate, team hate. And it said, solid chat here, Dell, thumbs up. And it was because earlier in the show, I had been on one of his other things on his ad for that show and said cheers. And he went ahead and gave me the shout out right off the get. And I feel as though I've explained myself enough. And have no shame in saying that I think Dell's just fine. He's a tough bastard. He took the shots. He gave the shots back just as hard, if not harder. And I think that a little bit of roasting has the potential to bring out some of the best qualities in people. I feel like what I did when I attacked Dell and created this whole fucking saga that he wouldn't have even had to deal with had I not started it. Okay. So let's just admit that right off the get. But the way he dealt with it was a lot better than I had been expecting him to. And it really impressed me. Me and Dell are probably not going to be friends, I'll say it. I always liked Dell, still do. Never had the kind of vitriolic hate, deep-rooted hate that it appeared Jed had. Never had that kind of hate for Dell. And I'll be continuing to watch Dell from Beyond the Imaginary Curve shows. I'm going to continue to watch them. Some of them I won't make it all the way through because some of them I think are too long. But hey, some of my shows are probably too long too. So you know how the live stream game goes, guys. Let's see if anything interesting is going on in chat. Hmm. 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 It's crazy to think. I wonder if people out there download these shows and then play them back on other devices while they're at work. That's crazy. I bet people do that though. You know, I don't do that. I just watch the video back, make sure I'm getting Wi-Fi, and I just put it on. But most of the time that I'll be listening to people talk on YouTube, it'll be in my home. Wow. Man. Shows are only long when you keep getting blocked, says Vancouver. You guys are talking about cars and shit. Vancouver, bro, is off the fucking chain, man. Man. Nathan wants an engine that gets 15 miles per gallon when it's tuned. He wants the power that bad. 300 B horsepower. What does that mean? Conspiracy Mystic says he's a loser. I don't know who she's talking about, though. I think she's talking about Nathan. Whew. Victoria Sarton. No. Muscle car rock lover claims that he nearly bought an Audi last week. The V12 fan. It seems to be Earth Sweetheart's birthday soon, or recently, or upcoming soon, or maybe even today. So, Earth Sweetheart, as host of Validation Boy livestream, we'd all like to wish you a happy birthday. Lori Gale's in the house. Richard Clark is in the house. Nathan Oakley, Flat Earth Vancouver, Conspiracy Mystic, Muscle Car Rock Lover. Man, it's strange. This group, you group of people, and even the ones that aren't even commenting right now, like other people that are watching. You're welcome, our sweetheart. You guys really seem to like listening to Validation Boy. I mean, what's up with that? What the fuck? Do I even offer anything good? All I can offer in the arena of Flat Earth is Flat Earth dogmatism. You know, and drama. But you know, my drama is always constructive drama. You know, I don't just talk shit. I always, when I talk shit, I usually end up suggesting a fix for the problem I'm talking shit about, right alongside that shit that I'm talking. So you can't hate on me for that, guys. Nathan Oakley is obsessed with cars. It's almost unhealthy. Muscle car rock lover could be Nathan Oakley. Probably not the same person. I wonder if Muscle Car Rock Lover is Tim Osmond. I wonder if it's Mark Sargent. What if it's Patricia Steer? What if it's Antonio Subaratz? What if it's deep inside the rabbit hole David Weiss? What if it's one of those people? And they just hang around. And I'm just none the fucking wiser. What if it's Bob? What if it's Bob's wife? What if it's Jaron? Who knows? Is that not the who's who? Well, what about Jeff Stewart, Flat Earth Vancouver? What about conspiracy mystic Lori Gale? What about Nathan Oakley? What about John LeBon, Jed Skeptic Media? What about Matrix Decode? Who's in the house, by the way? Holler to Ben. I think I'm being seen as a turncoat, guys, in Flat Earth. I think because of the fact that people have been really nice to me lately, and the fact that I've been able to honestly air my grievances and my gripes with people for whatever justified or completely unjustified selfish reason that they may stem from. I've been able to do it. And I might hate the world a lot. I might have projected a lot of that hatred into the Flat Earth and what I was contributing to this community, to maybe even to the detriment. But like I've been saying lately, the hatred and vitriol that I've had, that I've been aiming towards the Flat Earth community at times, I feel it fading. Okay? I feel it fading away. And I know that pisses off people like Vancouver. I know it pisses off people like, geez, you name it. There's a bunch of people out there that wouldn't like me talking shit. But it's in my nature to always talk a little shit. It's just, I've always had to resort to these strong arm attacks on people because regular conversation in chats and stuff like that, it doesn't really take the effect that you want it to. You put it in video, you put a video out and lots of people are watching it, it makes whatever you say hold a whole lot more weight. And being that my personality is rather aggressive, as of the last few years. That's what ends up coming through. But I always talk about looking inward. Don't I? Don't I always talk about that? Didn't I go on John LeBon's show one night and say everyone was being energy vampires and that we all need to fucking look inward? I always say that. Okay. Nathan was there. Me, Nathan, Martin, and John LeBon. And I came on and I accidentally fucking trolled the fucking show. I didn't even mean to. Okay. I don't even know if I've ever even addressed this publicly. But that's what happened. And maybe when that happened that night, maybe I was subconsciously starting to turn a new page. Vlad the Globe Impaler says, I hope the sensationalism of flat Earth fades away and we get down to the serious reality of it. There's a lot of people that feel that way. But look at all the people here. Seem to gravitate, no pun intended, towards the drama. I'm going to take a break, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm at 28 viewers. I'll probably be at like 11 when I come back. So I'm going to be back in about 8. About 8 minutes. This will all probably be edited out later. Break time. Well, would you look at that? How 8 minutes turned into 11 minutes. What do you know? Let's see. Excuse me. Life is okay. Early part of my work week. Nice short shifts. Plenty of time to myself. Live the American dream. You know? Do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Vancouver and conspiracy mystic hate each other's guts. Nathan doesn't want her to leave because he was enjoying watching her abuse Glenn. Rob S. Rob S says, "What did I step into?" You stepped into. Oh my God. Oh my God. You stepped into the most vitriolic, fucking throat slashing fucking chat the flat earth community has ever been provided by any content creator, and that is the Validation Boy live stream zero moderators chat. Since day one, you have never and will never see a wrench in this room. You'll never see anything except the king's crown. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. That's what it looks like right there. The king's crown. You stepped into the live chat. I mean, I don't know what Russell Sclafani's talking about, but he says titty sprinkles. Okay. I mean, I could go back and I could read some of the shit that Glenn, also known as Vancouver, Flat Earth Vancouver, BC, okay, and Conspiracy Mystic have been saying to each other, but I don't know if I will do that. It's between a guy and a girl, and I'm just not going to do it. Vancouver says, Vancouver in the chat when I went on break wrote, "Can I be in charge while you're on break?" And then I said, "Hey, everyone, Vancouver is in charge while I'm on break." And I guess it pissed a whole lot of people off. And I came back and he says, "Hey, I steered the shit, Validation Boy. I did good. I'm only fighting the whole fucking chat." Angel Raven 444 says, "Feeling lighter, VB. Maybe lightheaded because I just fucking smoked a couple cigarettes." Nathan Oakley says, "Best bit of the show, VB, the 11-minute blackout of silence." It is always Glenn, Nathan's favorite part. I almost called Nathan Glenn. Oh, shit. Muscle Car Rock Lover says, Glenda, Evie, conspiracy mystic, would be all over you like a rash. You would wake up with a crowd around you saying, knock the fuck out. Oh, man. Richard Clark, I'm just shooting to a random, after Rob joined in. Richard Clark says, Rob, can you tell who here is the piece of shit? Man. Don't you guys love it? Don't you guys love it that you can come here and there's no wrenches and you can say whatever the fuck whatever the fuck nasty, brutal, fucked up, twisted shit that you want to say to each other without anything stopping you? See, it's healthy. I don't know, man. Everyone's been, really cool about not over moderating their shit. And I know that's because I've had such a heavy influence by having the one and only show that has no moderation and having all kinds of, big shot flat earth celebs showing up in my fucking chat and either getting ran off or laying a little smack down and then, leaving. Lee Harvey Hitler says best fucking chat around. I mean, it really is. Look at the cast of characters, man. It is the best of the best. We got Lori Gale in the house. We had Timmy Osmond in here earlier. I guess he left. I don't know. We got Earth's Sweetheart, Victoria Sarton, Rob S., Richard Clark, Flat Earth Vancouver, Russell Sclafani, Victoria Sarton. I already said that. Richard Clark. We got Conspiracy Mystic. Got Nathan Oakley. Angel Raven 444, Muscle Car Rock Lover, P Mars, JS Mario. It's a very, very good group. Lee Harvey Hitler says, mine says 22 watching. Mine says 24. I wonder how that goes. It's all about introspection lately. Where else do we have to go but inwards? There's some guys out there that want to be on the cutting edge and take things in directions I frankly think are the wrong directions sometimes. But those people are part of the, I hate to say the word community, but these are all these names that I see in this chat here. They're all familiar. So there is some kind of inherent community, and those people are still part of the damn community. Enemies or not, they're part of it. It's starting to get real groupy. A lot of people are worried about groupthink, but I think that there's so much diversity in thought and so much diversity in different beliefs and areas of research within Flat Earth, under the umbrella of Flat Earth, that's simply just not true. It's just not true that there's going to be this inevitable groupthink. I know some people out there would say, oh, the fact that you even think the earth is flat and that you all stick together, that's groupthink. Within Flat Earth, you got people like Ronnie, Event Skeptic. You got people like Jeranism. You got people like Dell, like the Scarecrow, like Conspiracy Mystic, like Validation Boy. You name it. The list goes on. The list is infinite. Think of all the fucking shout outs I could give right now. Think about Rory from my perspective. All that genius work that he did. Come on, guys. Think about some of the flat Earth simplification videos that Russian Vids has done. Solid, you know. Let's see what's going on with this show. 22 watching. Get over it, guys. It's slow motion tonight. It's the slow-mo show. Nathan Oakley says, shout out to Barbie McGill, who I don't see here, but Conspiracy Mystic says, some like shape, as in flat, you know, this, that, and the other. Some like NASA. Okay. Some like the spiritual side. Some like sun location, moon location. Pick your thing and go. Earth Sweetheart contributes and says, I like comedy, so I do vids with comedy. You know? Conspiracy Mystic says, Crow is the best. Jeff Stewart has joined the chat, and Jeff Stewart says, shout out to some guy. Oh, wait, that doesn't apply. Angel Raven says, VB, what car do you drive in Florida? I drive a all blacked out 2016 Lamborghini. Top end. That's what VB drives. No. Jeff Stewart. Oh, it's about to get nasty as fuck up in here. I love it. Jeff Stewart says, hey, Nathan, stop working at the abortion clinic. Oh, man, shit's just getting nasty, bro. Shit's about to hit the fan. Vancouver says, Jeff, you're a terrible actor. Oh, man. This Angel Raven 444 wants to know what car I drive in Florida. That's scary. I don't know who you are, but that's scaring me. Am I being hunted? Am I being stalked? That makes me scared. No shouts for Ralph. I don't know who Ralph is. I don't know who that is, so sorry. List of Veil is good. That's what Nathan says. Lori Gale says, thank you for saving America, Jeff. Patrick Fitzsimmons says, just came back. Did I miss anything good? Yeah, you missed a lot of good stuff. You missed me free associating and name dropping and explaining. And talking about how a lot of validation boys, silly beefs, might be coming to somewhat of a resolution. Not all of them. Conspiracy Mystic says facepalm VB is stoned. Yeah. No. Finally got a little time to myself and really relaxing. You know, Angel Raven says, VB, say what's on your mind. I hope that you're not a serial killing stalker that wants to know information about me. Okay. Mitch Patrick Fitzsimmons says, damn, sorry I missed it. I'll have to catch it later. I don't think much was being said about, you know, that one guy. I don't think much was being said about that one guy while you were gone. So I don't think you have much to go back and listen to. Jeff Stewart says, missed you the other night. Richard Clark says, hey, Jeff or me, fuck, I don't know who I am anymore. So Is Richard Clark and Jeff Stewart the same person? Is that what he's saying? What the heck's that all about? Huh. Flat Earth YouTube community creeping along at its usual pace. Not many people putting out many videos. A lot of stagnation. And that's okay, guys. Like I said before, do we even really want every common person knowing what we know? I would argue it would devalue our knowledge. Stick with me. I'm not leaving the show. This one goes out to Conspiracy Mystic. My chat died. Oh, Nathan Oakley says Lori Gale is also Tim Osmond. The cover is blown, says Earth Sweetheart. So, you know, who else is there to talk about? I mean, what else in Flat Earth is there to talk about? You know, I don't understand exactly what Vancouver's video was about when he said, "Validation boy, are you sure you don't want to make hit pieces?" I'll probably link the video in the end in this description after I get done finalizing this video and stuff. But I don't understand it. Vancouver, I'm watching the chat. Give me a little. What were you trying to say with that video, man? I'm not sure I understand it. Just tell me in the chat here. Jeff Stewart wants me to ban Richard Clark. Fast. Vancouver says that was a good fucking video. But I didn't understand what you meant by it, man. I don't understand. You show me and Scarecrow talking. You know, you showed when his connection dropped, or you know, whatever happened if he dropped the call, whatever happened. You showed that part of the show, and then I just sat there and I just was reading comments, and then I took a break. And I don't understand what you were. That video was about you. We're talking about one thing, and then you left for like 10 minutes and came back and never talked about what you were talking about. Oh, well, what was that? Oh, I was talking about something about Orphan Red. And I was just asking him, you know. I was trying to get at the point with Scarecrow. I was trying to get the point. Okay, so put the Jeopardy song in there. You said you don't know why. Oh, you guys changed the topic. You got me thinking for 10 minutes where the fuck you guys went. No, well, here's the deal. Okay, so the previous show or 2 shows prior or something, it was me, Lori Gale, the Scarecrow, and Vlad, the Globe Impaler. And everyone except the Scarecrow was kind of laying into Orphan Red a little bit, you know, being a little rough on her and stuff. And, you know, a lot of that was really my fault as the host. And it was me totally egging it on and totally trying to get my, you know, guests to go there. And, you know, they had the choice whether or not they wanted to say what they wanted to say. And nothing they really said was all that horrible, or it wasn't anything that all kinds of people don't say. And that is on a topic that's on everyone's mind when they think of that. You know, it's something that is very cut and dry, you know. And the Scarecrow, having had her as his first ever guest on his rather successful Coffee Talk series of interviews with thousands of views. So the last one over 1,000, I think. And me, Vlad, and Lori had our opinions, whatever they were. Scarecrow completely stuck up for Orphan Red, was totally honest because he's a stand-up guy. He didn't have nothing to hide. And stood up for his, you know, former guest on his show, which was totally honorable. And I was trying to get at that. I was trying to get at it in a roundabout way. And because he had come to me and kind of said, oh, you know, what were you calling me out there or something, you know, or something? I don't know what. We had a conversation. And I was like, oh, no way. You know, I was trying to get to the point of what I ended up talking about when I came back. I just had to think it through and think about where the payoff was about what I was trying to get at, you know, when I was trying to put the glory on his goodness, you know. So I was trying to, like, you know, kind of hype him up a little bit and blow him up. So, you know, that's all that was. And then I think he thought I was going to continue saying things about Orphan Red that he might not have found favorable, and that we would have had to debate about her. So I think that maybe that's why his internet dropped. Or his internet probably just dropped, and that's just me being way too overthinking things and being way too, you know, imaginative. Jeff Stewart says, my eyes are fucked. BB is very blurry. I'm fucking dazed and confused right now, to be honest. Conspiracy Mystic says, love the Scarecrow. Conspiracy Mystic and the Scarecrow have chats. You know, they've done several now, and they're good. So you guys should go look on her channel and look on his channel and check out their chats. Jeff Stewart says, oh my God, I'm blind, VB, I'm blind. No, just rinse it out. Rinse it out, cold water, flush it to the side. Miami Dolphins, horrible loss. Oh. Richard Clark says he's always blurry and bald. I'm way more bald than Jeff Stewart. See that? He has cut off the top of his head, says Nathan Oakley. Conspiracy Mystic says, two friends talking about ... And it's about whatever that topic is that week or that show, that episode. Jeff Stewart says, my hairline is crooked. I'm talking about why he shaves his head. I'm assuming. But and Rob S says, don't want to hear about your ass, Jeff. Hairline is no, but my head is shaved because the hairline's all but disappeared, and I'm starting to do the Hulk Hogan. I'm starting to do the Hulkamania, and I ain't trying to go there. trying to do the George Jefferson, the Hulk Hogan. Angel Raven says, I think shaved heads are cool until the age spots start showing up. No, you got to keep good circulation, you know? You got to keep good circulation. You got to, you got to drink lots of water. You have to drink that, the vinegar with the mother in it and dilute it in the water and do that at least twice a week. You got to avoid satanic poison like this. Okay. But I'm just having a good time just chilling and reading you guys in the chat. This is nothing but good times. I wonder, I can't even say I bet, but I just wonder if people out there just put my fucking podcast on and they just go to sleep. The soothing sound of Validation Boy's fucking voice. Shit, I know if I ever listen back to one of my episodes, I fall asleep every fucking time. Probably because it's all dark. It's all fucking dark in here. Yeah, this show is, not about the truth. This show is about Validation Boy's thoughts and Validation Boy's perception of the social dynamics that occur within the Flat Earth English-speaking 2017 YouTube community. So, Nathan Oakley says, listen to your thrash grindcore EP, Validation Boy. You melted my British fucking face off. That was amaze balls. Damn, Nathan Oakley. Thank you so much, man. That's really sweet of you to say all that. Totes amaze balls? Melted my British face. Whoa. Lloyd Gale says, I play Deep Thoughts to go to sleep. Oh, Mark Lowe. Richard Clark says, no, I'm not going to say it. Lori, I thought you meant Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy from Saturday Night Live back in the day. Pimar says satanic poison. I mean, CC DeVille, right? CC, the third letter, 33. And the last name is DeVille, 33 Devil, CC DeVille from Poison. I mean, maybe they were fucking satanic. Maybe they were fucking satanic. I wonder who Vince is. Russell Sclafani says, I used to be a sadistic necrophiliac with a penchant for bestiality, but I realized I was just beating a dead horse. Oh. It's interesting times. I'm feeling so damn introspective. I don't even know what to tell you guys. Let's see. We talked about Dell. I apologize to Cathexis. If you missed it, go back to earlier in the show. Talked about, he who cannot be named. We talked about, we had all kinds of people showing up in the chat, We got to put over some friends' channels, some friends' shows. We got to address my future moving forward as a live stream host. And we got plenty of quiet and darkness. And it's been very pleasant. Has it not? If you guys haven't checked out my 4-song EP, it's called Lower. And it's thrash metal. And the songs are very, very short. And if you can handle very precise and very brutal and aggressive music, it might just be your thing. The message contained in the lyrics are not necessarily all that positive for the listener, but they're also a lot of fun. I think you guys might want to check that shit out. I bet a lot of you won't. And I bet if you do, a lot of you are not going to like it. But there are people out there who do really like it. Chat has died, says the king. How do you guys like that? "23 watching." Lee Harvey Hitler says, "How do I find them, VB? The music?" No, I have a video on my playlist that, I have a video that I uploaded just, about a week or so ago, and it says Lower 4-song EP. And the entire EP is, I think, under 2 minutes. And it's all 4 songs right there. And, the times are posted and everything. And it's, it's thrash. It's thrash grind, actually. Little element of grind, not too much. It's pretty much thrash metal. And it's just me, just so you know. It's just me singing, me program the drums on a drum machine with a lot of time and care. And then I track the bass guitar and I track the guitar and I track the vocals and, write it all and produce it all and everything, mix it and all that shit. Lee Harvey Hitler says, "I play drums, punk rock, thrash, trash, etc." Robert says, "My cousin is named Steven Tyler." Oh, man. Man. Has Nathan Oakley ever made any music? Has Nathan Oakley ever made any? Muscle Car Rock Lover says, "Aerosmith, my favorite live band." My favorite live band was a band called Seaweed. I had a buddy in high school, okay? And I had, my license and car. I'd pick him up and we'd go to school in the morning, senior year. And he would show me some cool bands and stuff. Now, there was this band. This is 90, 95, 94, 95, 96. They had already been around for quite a while at the time. And their name was Seaweed. And that band was from Seattle, but they were not a grunge band. They were pre-grunge. And they were more post West Coast. You guys are not going to believe the genres of metal and punk and rock and all this stuff. But they were basically post-punk, post-hardcore, West Coast indie rock. And some would argue that in the current music scene, indie has all kinds of new meanings. But when you're talking about in the punk rock and hardcore and metal scene, when a band was called an indie band in the mid to late 90s, it was a specific genre. And Seaweed is pretty much the defining band of that subgenre of hardcore punk, whatever you want to call that music, because it was melodic, but it still had a lot of the elements of surprise and elements of nastiness that, like, you know, hardcore. They were like maybe a little bit of a watered down metal in a way, mixed in with some post-hardcore, West Coast. Because punk rock on the East Coast in the 80s and 90s and punk rock and hardcore on the East Coast was very brutal and aggressive and was not about making things sound pretty. But at the same time, there was also hardcore going on the West Coast, and that was very, very melodic. And you have bands like 7 Seconds and NoFX and Bad Religion. These bands are all very, very melodic with their vocals and singing, and the bands are super, super tight musically, but it's more poppy. And that's why you get bands like Blink-182 and Green Day. Those are later variations and inevitabilities that played out, and you get pop punk. You get bands like Rancid, who claim that they're a punk band, but they're really just a pop punk band. And people have like Rancid tattoos and stuff. I don't get it, but whatever. So Seaweed was around since 88 or 84, who fucking knows? And then they didn't, really get any kind of notoriety or anything until late 90s. So anyway, so Seaweed was fucking awesome. And my friend, my really close friend at the time, was huge fanboy of Seaweed. And we'd listen to it, and I fell in love with the damn music. It was very fucking musical, very melodic, but it still sounded tough. It didn't sound like your typical California West Coast Bad Religion sing-along, almost effeminate music at times. But it still had melody and power, and it had really nasty guitar and drum work that was very explosive and very metal influenced and metal oriented, but hard rock metal, not metal. But so Seaweed, okay, came to Orlando, being from Oregon or Seattle, whatever the fuck they were from, West Coast, Northwest, and they came through to Orlando several times, and then by the 4th or 5th time that I think they had come, they could have come many more times, but the 4th or 5th time that I knew of that they had come, through just knowledge of him because he was such a fan, he would go to their shows and be like, "You should have came with me to the fucking concert, they were fucking awesome," and I just was like, or I just couldn't make it or whatever. I did go see them once, and it was a Friday or something like that. And we just got out of school early, We basically just kind of like didn't go to our last class, or I had early release at the time. And I think he skipped his class, but I was on early release because I was ahead on credits or some shit. So part of my senior year, I could leave school real fucking early some days of the week. And we went down to this place called The Edge in Orlando. I'm not even sure if it fucking still exists as The Edge, and The Edge had an indoor place and an outdoor. It had an indoor venue and an outdoor venue. And fucking the band that Seaweed was coming with was Candlebox. Okay. And Seaweed was opening up for them. And tickets to this show to see Candlebox were in the high 20s to 40s, low 40s, somewhere in there. And that was ridiculous for a couple of dudes in high school with no job or whatever, or, a ridiculous kind of a jobs, stuff like that. And we knew we weren't going to have money to get into this show. But my buddy had been writing snail mail letters with the singer and I think the drummer of the band. And loved their damn band so fucking much, okay, that he was just really involved. And they would write him back long letters. He would ask him like basically interview questions. And then every time they came down, he was at their show. And lo and behold, little did I realize, now that he had been to every single one of their fucking shows in Orlando, sometimes playing to like 10 people, this band. Sometimes, sometimes a lot bigger, but sometimes playing to 20 people. Because Orlando was pathetic back then for any kind of real bands coming through town. Now we get all kinds of shit, but back in the day, bands would come, DRI would come to town, but they'd have to play the shittiest venue because there wasn't enough people. Now when they come, they could fill out the House of Blues probably. But regardless, Seaweed comes to the Edge. Now the Edge at the time was Orlando's premier, vintage, coolest, most legit venue for any band to play. If Social Distortion was coming through your town, you expect to see them at the Edge. If the Ramones are coming through your town, you see them at the Edge. No Effects at the Edge. Okay. All right. The Edge, yeah. It's where I saw my first concert, which was Danzig on the Danzig 2 Lucifuge tour. My first concert ever. And it was in the indoors in the Edge in Orlando. And it was the fucking most awesome fucking venue for a band, especially a hardcore or a punk metal type band like that. So Candlebox is the main event of the show. And they're the hot shit in the mid to late 90s. Candlebox was the band, okay, with their songs. I never liked them at all, okay? My friend totally despised them. But Seaweed, who was nothing like Candlebox, somehow got the bid, and they were the touring opening act with them. Seaweed was in massive debt at the time. Well, anyways, so we go there, hanging around outside. I was just sitting there smoking my cigarettes, or maybe not. Probably was. Waiting around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Hold on, guys, while I stretch here. I don't want you guys to see my reptile transformation. Hologram was glitching out there for a second, guys. So anyways, we go to the fucking side of the Edge, hanging out. My friend was also really into photography, and he would take really fucking awesome pictures of Seaweed and then get them printed out and send them back to the band. And the band loved it. It's free promo, and they even used some of his shit at some point somewhere. He did get his shit used once, I think. And these dudes were mid 30s, early 30s, late 20s, at maybe even older. And then we were seniors in high school, and we're hanging. And then their bus drives by, and my buddy's like, "Oh, there they go." Or we see a bus go by, and we're like, "I bet that's them." And then about 30 minutes later, here comes the fucking band walking around the side of the building. And there's nobody around, just the band and us. And my friend walks up, and they're like, hey, and they know his name, and what's going on, bro? And all hugs and shit. And it just blowing my mind, because this band Seaweed, innovators, legends, top notch, and representative of their subgenre of what I and many other people my age would call the original and true indie rock, maybe even post-hardcore. Now, others say, now, post-hardcore is a term that comes from the Washington, D.C. area. And if some of you out there might know of a band called Minor Threat, huge fucking status, legendary band. A couple of the members of Minor Threat went on to form a band called Fugazi. Okay. Now, Fugazi and Jawbox and Jawbreaker, these are all, and there's many, many more, but these are all foundational key bands in the DC post-hardcore subgenre. Now, the DC post-hardcore somewhat post-dates the Northwest-born post-hardcore of Seaweed. And it's been debated who represents indie. But me, being a West Coast sound thrash fan, I tend to opt towards Seaweed being the originators of what was called indie. And indie is a term that kind of came around before post-hardcore, but they almost mean essentially the same thing. They did at the time. Now indie means a wide variety of other things and is exploited by TV shows like The Voice, NBC, and crap like that. And indie, that what they're talking about has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But there's some legendary fucking indie bands. Seaweed is pretty much the granddaddy of them all. And so we met up with Seaweed and they fucking chauffeured us in with them straight to the fucking inside of the venue and hanging around with them all day. I'm just chilling inside, talking to the fucking, I think the bass player, and then talking to one of the guitar players for quite a while. And they were going into their bus, getting high, and then coming back out. We knew what they were doing, but we were, at the time, I don't think I was doing that kind of stuff. And we just thought it was the coolest shit ever. And they were the most down-to-earth fucking dudes. But they were in with Hollywood Records at the time, okay? And they were over $1 million in debt somehow. They were over $1 million in debt. I think a lot of it had to do with the studio and the production and distribution of the CDs of their music. So they were basically on tour to pay off that debt. And it was very fucking sad. And I thought to myself, man, even this heroic indie band, they even got their big shot and got Hollywood Records to sign them. And now they're just fucking slaves. Damn, this music industry shit is a fucking bullshit game. It's all a scam. And the guy told me the bass player told me all about it. He's like, and this is what happens to like 99% of bands that you love, dude. They're just still on the road because they got fucked in a contract and signed their lives over as slaves. Just perform. And then like guys have to like, when a guy wants to quit the band, he has to like buy out his portion of the fucking contract and shit like that. It's fucking scary shit, bro. It's not worth fucking expressing your music's not worth all that shit, I don't think. Meeting Seaweed that day and having that several hours of conversation with them about the ins and outs of the music industry and like explaining to them that we had our own band and that we were pretty damn good for our age and stuff like that, which we were. I even got some recordings of it I might release one day. But it was very eye-opening. It's very funny. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Figured I'd tell you guys a little story. Flat Vancouver is all about saying it's shapeless. No, he won't say it's flat. He won't say it's a globe. He won't say it's not a globe. He won't say it's not flat. He just says it's shapeless. Man, I don't understand. My chat is going like 1,000 miles an hour. Maybe it's because I had it on pause. Wow. I know what time it is here. 28. I think I've hit the 2-hour mark. Jeff Stewart says chat died. Vlader says you're on the shapeless cam now. I'm on the shapeless cam. I wonder who Muscle Car Rock Lover really is. I wonder who that really is. This is going to be an interesting episode to watch back. I got very introspective, I got real dark, introspective, started to evaluate things, coming to the conclusion that, like Glenn Vancouver says, don't trust anybody. I still got a core of people I'm going to trust, the aggression and the anger is, not good for me. But damn, it's fun though. Conspiracy Mystic says, facepalm, VB is high. Well, let's see here. Jeff Stewart wants me to ban Richard because Vince and Richard are the same person. Lori Gale says VB has a good heart. Earth Sweetheart says, "All VB, lose the anger and aggression. Go riding with Jeff and his buddies." No, you never know what could happen. The fucking anger and aggression, You never know. For right now, I've only been given a little bit to work with from the flat earth community. Maybe I need to broaden my horizons and look into other people's dramas. I stopped in on Antonio's show today. I saw two dudes fucking talking. Jibby Jedi was there, and whatever was going on in their conversation was pleasant enough. I don't have anything to say like, oh, you guys are doing this, you guys are doing that. I'm being viewed as a turncoat, though, for admitting this, though. Political hellbilly. Vancouver says political hillbilly actually has the worst voice even than you, Jeff. Man, you guys are having all kind of fun in this chat. The drama center. I'm going to have to rely on you guys' drama in the coming weeks, it seems. It seems I have lost reason to hate so many people. Maybe it's by default because I'm just ignoring people that I know will piss me off. Maybe I need to start listening to those fucking people again. I feel like that's what the fans want. I feel like that's what you guys want. You want the darkness, the negativity. Well, it's a new year. So I'm feeling pretty happy. It's definitely introspective times, but it's a pleasant kind of introspection. You guys like it, whatever I do. You like it when I get nasty, and you like it when I get nice. And that goes to show that you guys are some of the best listeners anyone could ever ask for. With that being said, Shout out and much love to every single one of you. Evil, creepy bastard. Ooh, Vlad's about to ship out over 20 items on eBay. Damn. Good going, bro. Impaled gloves. Jeff Stewart going out for a smoke. Well, here's the thing. Don't even worry about it. The show's over now. I had a great time hosting. You guys are, of course, the best. I'll come back with some more introspection, and maybe I'll come back with some new drama next time. Maybe I'll come back with pillowy love bombs. Maybe I'll just keep going more and more further in a direction that leads people to question me. Maybe I'll do it, and I'll do it by accident, but not even mean to, and not even have bad intentions, and then also not even suffer any kind of bad consequences, because nothing bad will even happen from it. You never know. The shit's getting all complicated, bro. Everything's games. Everyone's nice. Everyone hates everyone, and no one can trust anyone. And it's a lot of fun. And flat Earth is something that a lot of us are addicted to. And I don't think that that's necessarily all that bad of a thing. It's better than us sitting there and not using our brains at all, watching a TV show, playing a video game, doing something really stupid, So I think all that needs to be said is that even though it might not seem like it, I did have a lot of fun tonight. And thank you guys very much for joining me. And this has been Validation Boy live stream, January 16th, 2017.